Okay, Zoe and Pop. I am at it now. Let me set up my phone so I can do this. All right, for anybody watching that doesn't know, I keep my phone over here so I can see the messages. That way I can leave this screen, flip over. All right, now I'm gonna try to add some more books in. I didn't know this. I was looking and it was like, I missed the whole Dark Horse era. I do have some right now, but I missed the whole Dark Horse era. This is around the time I was not buying anything. I went about 15 years without buying anything. Where you get to be the dad and you spend your money on everything else. Diapers are expensive. That's all I can say. But I'm looking, this app is really, really nice. It's got a treasure trove of information. I'm not a trade paperback or graphic novel guy, however you want to put that in there. All right, but they got a lot of information. Star Wars is very, very big. All right, now she lost track of where it was. I had this book right here. This is, if I remember correctly, this is a smaller book. I had this when I was a kid, and I was 12 years old when this came out. So I read the dog turn out of that book. It's a pretty thick book, if I remember correctly, too. I could be wrong. All right, now let's find. Hey, Texas, how you doing? Thanks. I'm trying to go both back and forth here so I can see the messages. Did you get any new cards lately? I did. I posted one of my cards on. I don't do a lot of baseball cards anymore, but I posted one of my cards on YouTube earlier. My Mickey Mantle, the '96 archives, and that's always been a favorite of mine. What do I have over here? Actually, this is another favorite of mine right here. Jerry Kuzman auto. Can't go wrong, even though it's not centered correctly. It's a slab Jerry Kuzman's autograph on it. If I remember correctly, I did get a good buy on it. So I'm very happy with that one. There's another one of my Mickey Mantles. This is from the archives as well. All right, 97. 97. All right. So I don't know if that's coming through or not because I can't see. But I grew up I grew up in a house where all you heard about was how great Mickey Mantle was. So of course you got to buy Mickey Mantle cards. And this one I kept because this one right here, this gentleman, I grew up listening to this guy, and he was such a likable person. You felt like you knew him. All right, so this is the best, best play-by-play guy. Him and Bill White together were the best play-by-play guys when I was a kid, and he held that job for a long time. It's just a chrome version of the Phil Rizzuto card. This is a nice card. I listened to him a lot of times over the years. When he died, it was very sad because he was a very nice man. He was a very nice man. I've yet to ever hear anybody say anything bad about this guy. So you got Phil Rizzuto, 52 tops, the chrome card. But you never go wrong with anything from 52 tops. All right, right now I'm looking for Empire, though. Have you been delving into the, what is it, 2023 tops? What Series 2 we're on right now, right? Been getting any of them? There's a trade paperback right there. I'm going left to right here. I got to figure out a better way of doing that. All right, there we go. All right, Empire 16. You got stormtroopers on the cover. You cannot go wrong with stormtroopers on the cover. So we're looking for 16. There it is. Any value to this one? Yeah, not really. I have no. I can't say I blame you because I tell you what, I've tried doing the modern. I tried to get back and do a modern, but there is such a confusing. I mean, there's just too much. It's overwhelming. Very overwhelming. All right, that one's done. I got some of the 64 tops, 65, 60, 1960, what is it, 61? 1960 tops. I think that is the best looking set. That's my favorite set. All right, we got Empire. Yeah, we got number 3. My dad always promoted the baseball cards as a reliable option. Oh, you'll get rich one day. Blah blah blah. Yeah, you okay? Mhm. I had a ton, ton of baseball cards. I lost a lot of them. I mean, I had a huge collection. Like everybody else, bought a lot of the '90s stuff, a lot of the '80s, and when Sandy hit, well, let's put it this way: when Sandy hit where I live, it hit in 2012. I lost a ton of shit. Like that cover of 36. All right, let's see. Anything on this one? No, not really. I was throwing so many baseball cards out. Hey, God, how are you today? All right, let's take any more Empire before I go. Yep, there we go. I'm trying to catch up on my reorganization. So we're looking for 32 right now. All right. Got special. Kendrick come down. Yeah, it was very unfortunate. I tried to get back into the hobby like 3 or 4 times, and it just doesn't hold the same pizzazz that it used to have. All right, now we got 24. I'll tell you what, though, if you want to get into the hobby, baseball cards, my opinion. All right, Yankees. Even though I'm a Met fan, the Yankees are the best way to go because they hold their value the best. All right, I mean, how do you go wrong going after Mickey Mantle cards, Joe DiMaggio, so forth, so on, all the preferables. It's like the Mount Rushmore of baseball cards. They got so many nice. The history is there, put to you that way. There ain't no other team in sports that can compare to what the Yankees can roll out. Like I said, I'm a Met fan. All right, we got 22. I tell you what, though, I was I was pretty pissed off at the Mets this year. I haven't watched the game in like a month. It's just I got a whole team of Kevin McReynolds playing. Too many guys got paid too big amount of money all at the same time. They seem to lose the desire to win. I was not sad to see Verlander go. I was not sad to see Scherzer go. They didn't bring anything to the table as far as I'm concerned. Just saying that. Watched a lot of Met games over the years. It just, if you remember the worst team money could buy, you'll know what I mean. It kind of like we got Brett Saberhagen all over again. All right, it wasn't what I wanted. I can't wait to see Ronnie Mauricio come up though, and this guy Jet, he's supposed to be pretty good. So, all right, Empire is done in this stack. All right, now we're looking for Darth Vader. All right. No, they ain't Seaver. I was sad to see Degrom go because but I didn't see the Tommy John surgery coming. All right, but for the amount of money he wanted and the his history with being delicate, his body is very delicate as far as he gets hurt, he gets his feelings. He kind of evolved into Cespedes. Cespedes could get on the disabled list by getting his feelings hurt. All right, so Degrom is a great pitcher, and I think a lot of them. But all the bumps and bruises. I mean, he hurts himself in batting practice. The shoulder one day, he got tightness in his forearm, and one day to the next. I mean, and that's a lot of money to give somebody. Oh, they had Seaver, Ryan, Kuzman. You think about it, they let what's his name go. The worst thing that happened to the Mets was when the manager died. All right, I can't think of his name off the top of my head right now. But when he died, said what 72, 73. All right, he was the guy that was leading that franchise into the future, and it fell apart. I mean, if you take a look right after he passed away, the Mets were a joke in 74, 75, 76, 77, 78. I mean, they were a joke until 86, 1986, 85. All right. They really have gone through some. You had Clueless Joe, George Bamberger, if I remember correctly, as manager. I mean, we've had some shenanigans go on, and everybody can say what you want about Davy Johnson. Stengel was way past his prime when he came to the Mets. Way past his prime. He was there for like when the Babe Ruth signed with the Dodgers. All right, he was there for ticket to get people in, to give them a little bit of a legitimacy to the team being major leagues. All right, Stengel was way past his prime, but I tell you this, a lot of people don't remember. He is the first official Met to wear that uniform. All right, that's what makes his 62 tops card even nicer because if you're collecting the whole team, play by player by, he's the very first Met. All right, he may have been a little goofy upstairs at the end, but he's the first Met officially. I wasn't a big fan of Davy Johnson because I blame Davy Johnson for the shenanigans that went on with that team. I mean, the drugs and all the fights and stuff like that. I mean, it didn't seem like these guys had any self control, and you can say anything you want about an '86 team being that good. They could have been better. All right, they could have been better. They lost Ray Knight. All right, they replaced him with Howard Johnson. Never a Howard Johnson fan. Never. All right. Everybody talks about Lindor being this all. He's not up to. You got to remember, you had a franchise here. They haven't had a all-star shortstop like Lindor in the whole history of the team. I mean, '86 when they won the World Series, I think Rafael Santana was the starting shortstop. All right, so anything Lindor does do, you got to take it for what it is. He's a superstar player. Howard Johnson was. I'm going to put him like he wasn't the guy you want to build a team around. All right, he was a great add-on, but he wasn't like Ray Knight. Ray Knight led the team. All right, him and Strawberry led that team. All right, so I still remember the day Ray Knight punched Eric Davis in the face. I was watching that game. That was funny. I mean, I've seen Greg Nettles get into some scuffles, and Nettles. I mean, the day Nettles and Brett got into it, that was great. If you're too young to remember that, Go on Google and check out Greg Nettles' fight with George Brett. That was awesome. And you got skinny, short Ron Guidry jumping in on that. Like Guidry, I love Guidry. Gator, I love Gator. But this man was built like a toothpick, and he's diving over top of Brett. He's like he didn't get killed. I could do baseball till I'm blue in the face. I'm really not a fan of some of the shenanigans I see nowadays, but I remember very well what the a good baseball player looks like. And I think the Mets fans are a little crazy getting on Lindor the way they do because he's still head and shoulders the best shortstop you've ever had. I mean, I seen Ray Ordonez. Ray Ordonez was great with a glove. Couldn't hit his way out of a paper bag unless he was facing Mariano Rivera. All right, he hit Mariano Rivera for some reason. It's like remember when Joe McEwen he used to hit Randy Johnson all the time. They called him the Giant Killer. But I could do baseball till I'm blue in the face. I can thank my father for that one. Let's see. All right, we got Vader right here. Do I got the right series though? Oh, Davy Johnson. He just seemed to let that. There was no control on that clubhouse. All right, and as much as people want to give flack to Conseco and McGuire for doing what they did, all right, you got to lay some blame on Tony La Russa. So if you're going to do it that way, you got to lay some of the blame for Darryl Strawberry right on the right on the doorstep of the general manager, who I forget his name at the time, and the coach or manager. All right, because you ain't going to tell me they didn't know what was going on. That's bullshit. If somebody was telling me right now that Tony La Russa, Hall of Fame manager, didn't know they were just sticking needles in their butts for steroids, you're really grabbing at straws there. All right, Tony La Russa is one of those guys. He knows everything about his players. All right, and he's going to go in the Hall of Fame. All right, here we go. We got issue 18. That's a nice cover. You got to wait. I cannot read the whole uh, message you just sent. I got the thing blocking it, so I got to wait till it goes up a little bit. The heart, they give you a little heart on the phone, and it's like blocking your message. So I got to wait till it goes up a little bit so I can see it. This is good. Yankee cards are a very good investment if that's what you're into. Thurman Munson, Reggie Jackson. Let's see. I'm trying to think of some of the modern era Yankee cards. You got Jackson's a great. His 60 was it 69 tops. That's a great investment. Oh yeah. Well, they all somebody always doing something. Put it to you that way. I just don't think that you know you should have a way of controlling it, and the manager letting them all do what they want is not exactly inspiring me. I mean, you think how much better Strawberry could have been if he had more people trying to keep him from going astray, instead of just letting him do whatever he wants. Boys will be boys works when it's harmless fun. What he did was not harmless fun. It ruined his career. I'm not a fan of like anything like drugs and everything. I mean, I did my drinking when I was younger, but I wasn't getting paid what those guys are getting paid. All right. Why ain't that saving? What I do? All right. Ooh, here's a nice one. Dr. Alpha. We got Boba Fett and Jabba. I remember. the Yankees, I think I'm going to try to get this right. The 77, 76, 77, 78 baseball cards were some of the nicest looking cards that I ever got. And when I was a kid, me and my brother Butch, we used to play, I think it was the 76. You could flip them over and it would say single or double or foul out or home run or something like that. I mean, my brother Butch would play baseball with them. And, here we are, 1976. We're just trying to have fun. And that's the kind of things you did with baseball cards back then. I remember Jim Cott's card, Don Gullett, trying to remember Thurman Munson. Cat, yeah, Catfish was in on that. Guidry's card, I think, is in on that. I think Guidry's rookie card is 75, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. I got the 69 Reggie card as it was gifted to me from my son. It's a PSA 1, but I will take a PSA 1 every day if my son wanted to get me something or my daughter wanted to get me something. All right, I am very grateful, and that card is it's priceless to me because my son got it for me. It's a good dude. It's a great card. It's a great card. There's this one guy. He's got a baseball card channel. He's a really, really nice man. All right, his name is Tony. It's called Psyched on Cards. If you ever get a chance, check it. Check his. Another one is Passion for Cards. He was a good channel. I haven't looked at baseball card channels in a while. All right, just because I didn't see the point if I'm not getting into it again. All right, but there's a lot of nice baseball card channels out there. Vintage Collector, he's one. He's got a nice channel. Doctor Alfred now. I have more fun with my comic books than I do with my baseball cards, and I still have a tremendous amount. All right, it's just that baseball cards, when you're doing sports cards, it's a lot of work. I mean, it's a lot of work. This is a lot of work, but that's more work. All right, especially depending on how you collect them. I've had everything set up into team brackets where I had my binders. I had close to 100 binders, and everything was all leveled up where the relief pitchers were all in a row, synchronized by the year per team. All right, so I had every shortstop I could find for the Yankees, every shortstop I could find for the Reds. I had all the teams. I mean, my dad used to talk a lot about it, but I did most of the work. That shit's a lot of work. People don't realize how hard some of these hobbies can be. All right. I just remembered one of my cards is not there where it's supposed to be. I have grandkids who touch everything. I love them, but they touch everything. I bought the Batmo Beast for a giveaway, and I made the mistake of leaving it. This thing's pretty big. All right. They had left it where they might have gotten their hands on it. So what happens one day I come home and Jordan's got it open. She don't mean no harm by it, but she's got the whole truck out. So I was like, okay, there goes that one, right? So the next day I come home from work and the Batmobile Beast is sitting to the side. And I go, why is that over there? And my wife goes, pick it up. So I go pick it up. My grandkids, Kendrick, was playing rough with it and it snapped the axle on the truck. So I was like, for what I paid for it, I can't complain, but it was supposed to be a giveaway. But once they get their hands on it, all bets are off. You can't take it away from them at that point. Dude, you could spend hours, I mean, hours working on your cards, and when you walk away, you walk away, you go, you felt like you didn't get nothing accomplished. Like I said, it's a lot of work. All right. I do not know if I'm on the right volume here, but we're gonna find out. Nope, different volume. We're looking for number 12, Boba Fett Jabba. Right here. Excuse me. There it is. Anything special? No. Dude, there's so many. Both these hobbies can consume your day if you let it. I mean, you could dive into baseball cards, basketball cards, hockey cards, whatever it is that you're getting into over there, and you can be there all day. You know, your wife would have to throw you a message telling you to remember your got to come back over to this side, so you got to come out of your baseball card area. They'll go, remember you have a family. That's how much time these hobbies can take. All right, that's done. All right. Now we got Star Wars Jason Aaron, number 20. All right. So I apologize if I'm not getting this on camera correctly, but I can't see. So I'm just hoping for the best. I tried to convince my old man, he's still kicking, and he's going to be 84 years old this month. And I tried to convince him to like go after like we're talking about the vintage Yankee cards because it'd be fun, something to do together. All right, I invited my sisters, my brother-in-law, my family over here, my son, my daughter, everybody. I thought it'd be a lot of fun. And he didn't, he said, "Oh no, I waited too long. It's too late." I said, "It's never too late. It's never too late." Some of the things I've seen people in my family spend their money on, it's really not that off the wall of an idea. All right, Star Wars one issue. I turned around and I was trying to explain to him my idea, and I said, "You could put together like outside of Mickey Mouse. All right, all those other cards are very achievable from the 52 tops all the way to now. I mean, Reggie's not officially a Yankee on his rookie card, so you don't need that card in order to go after every Yankee. But you get Whitey Ford can be a little pricey. Um, Whitey Ford, Roger Maris could be a little pricey depending on where you're getting them from. But like say you want to do 65 tops, that's not that hard to do. I mean, the most expensive card in that set easily is Mickey Mantle. You could pick up a low grade Mickey Mantle for like 120 bucks. All right. Make sure if you buy that Mickey Mantle, make sure it's slabbed because you don't want to buy a counterfeit. All right. Or a reprint, however you want to phrase it. It just blew me off like it was a silly idea. And I'm like, how's it a silly idea? You taught me this. Oh boy, oh boy. All right. Try it this way. Try to cut it down a little bit. I don't know if this is the. Yeah, it is right there. Boom. Anything special here? Nope. All right, that's not. All right, now we got this one. This is. I thought this was nice. I found this on the back issues. All right, and it wasn't expensive, $5 at Zap Comics, but this has really nice cover. I don't think I ever took this out of the bag and looked at it, but Age of the Rebellion, Darth Vader. So we're gonna try to find that one now. I'll tell you what, I like the apps for the baseball cards now. You just take a picture of your card, and it tells you the value of your card. That is really cool. All right, right here. Let's see where you got. Yep, right there. All right, that's a good one. You've got a hobby nowadays. They sure do make it super easy for you to keep track of your stuff. All right, now we got same book, different cover. We got this one right here. All right. All right, we got Star Wars 17. That's my next one. I'm going to add this one right here, even though it's not on my desk, because I have it upstairs on the shelf upstairs. This is part of Kendrick's decorating in his room. All right, boom, right there. These variants are really nice. I like these ones right here. 9, 8. I'll tell you what. I want to see if the Mets have the balls that what it takes to go after Otani with that, because he's gonna get a lot of money. And once you bite that contract, you're gonna have nobody's gonna take that contract because you're talking $500 million, easy. I personally don't see it. I don't see him coming to the Mets, and I don't blame him. Lost track of where it was. How did I spell that? Damn man. Yeah, just try it like that. I'm not doing good here. It's getting late. My balls are getting screwy. All right, that's a nice cover. I like that cover. I got Poe. It's time for Poe. All right. Poor Poe. He's Popo. Don't remember if I did these. All right. Double check my work. All right. Let's see. Rebellion, rebellion. We're looking for Dark Horse right now. All right, right there. Nope, did not do it. We got the Rebellion one right here. All right. And I got Star Wars Empire. Nope. Mind you, that episode of Mandalorian with Moff Gideon got out of the TIE fighter after it crashed. All right. Now, let's see where we're at now. All right, that's better. That looks a little nicer. All right. So down. All right, so I need. And my wife said she didn't think I could get it up to 1,000 as far as my dedication to doing this. I easily have 1,000. Kenneth, how are you today, Kenneth? Are we ever going to see those Batman books? All right, got some more over here. All right. That's actually a really cool cover. I like that one right there. The mask behind it really looks cool. All right, that's the one right here. All right, Captain Phasm is next. This one I got right here. So I got the D cover. All right. Now we got the Lando cover. All right. All right. So let's take a look. All right. I got C. I can see it. All right. Doubt anything special there. Nah, I didn't think so. Wow, look how young Billy D. Williams looks there. All right. One more. Oh, wait, no, two more. Two more Star Wars. We got Star Wars First Empire. Again, I don't remember reading this one. All right. I got that one. I am way behind on reading Star Wars. No, try it like this. Nope. All right, we'll put it over here. Now, how did that get us? The deck is over 1,000 issues. Nope, we got 7 more to go. All right. Now we say, I did it. My buddy of mine always asks me, how many do you have? I say, I have no clue how many books I have. Excuse me for a minute. I will be right back. You still there, Kenneth? Yeah. I think everybody might have booted. No biggie. All right. Miracle Molly. I always forget her name. All right. Miracle Molly is the first one I got right there. She wasn't bad. She wasn't great either, though. A lot of new characters in DC right now. A lot of new characters. All right, we got Fear State Alpha. All right, pretty easy. Now, Kenneth, you still there? No, Fear Molly. Fear State Omega. That's cool. That's a cool cover right here. That one's not bad either. 5. It's not bad. Peacemaker looks really cool there. All right, so let's find Omega now. There's the one. Yeah, I already did that one, so that one goes right here. All right, Batman, the Joker Warzone. Let's find that one. Nope. 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 Hmm. All right, I'm gonna bypass that one. Go right for the Grim Knight. All right, so that's done. All right, I am gonna stop this right now. Thank you everybody for showing up. I appreciate it. All right, see you guys when I come back on in a little bit.